waha major to 1 year Carlos Baleba or Kase. Right now he's more focused. So onya on Manchester United, but now me also share kwase no kase United so monitor Junior Krupi and Elliot Anderson, a top midfield target for Manchester United. I have me a new players who has an person major take who has some share other stories no. First of all, Junior Krupi the highest scoring teenager in Premier League. We share 8 goals. A bro even omo dina chino bebre so cry. But say let's also United monitor no HC no na madwena twetwe ko akiri kakra se no United in your money free Junior Group. So first of all na kamenya video na meka bibi kakra de afano is a talented boy. Only the physical frame yet. The body name building so much so between a lead a major line English Premiership no. Onya do sa Bianoa, because say, oh no, belly lie, we say free necro. But what show signs to say, giving chance to me, I Jumano, Ediama, any top club or England. But I was started equal, yeah, what should the game now? I have a short clipper, Junior Krupi, a producer in England. First of all, should I be a junior shooting? He doesn't score more often within the area. Or holding on what I say. Once I'm a catcher, say, or share 8 goals. Yeah. Or share the statistics. No, Ryan not toss 2 no, or 2 goals. Where baby, Sharala pause Costulas. This young son also Brighton, also 2 goals. Esvao, Archie these 2 guys also 2 each. But should I be a junior group in the goals? No, yeah, and if I hear some Manchester United, I take this boy, maybe. And yes, you know, but I saw a potential player who can really fit into any top side. But I mean, the Manchester Hong Kong United are very quite a new year. Ma omo home who be brisa and sanko feature nema. Yeah, on behalf United are really on course. But be me who carry so on no. Okoto Shesku, Okoto Mbuembo, Uwakofa Ahmad Dinasa Babak. Wama Kobe Menu some level of resurgence. I mean Lugatti, I don't see so future Manchester United. Casemiro so only future, but you fan fin yes stick it to Kobe Menu kwa. Yo. Mbuemo, Bruno, Ahmad, who else? Shesku. 4 attackers we say United bet me a build a very solid team. But what they are looking for right now, men quite sure. A midfield balance between United attackers in the P. Casemiro will go. Ugati isn't really catching up. But in Baba and Community, Mama showed out 2 different lineups to be on to so. First of all, me United growth and Kasano. Kobe Menu you be a me born every day. See, Masami, Medica catcher say he's somebody who has to be given chance at Manchester United. But there are levels to everything. Because levels to everything. The United pieces see you know. Kobe men want to farm the following day. The regularity of his performance because of his age. Because of the experience level no. Now Obusami I mean me catch I mean catch be brisa. La meso that go post no. If you really have been monitoring the game, no who's a huge future ahead of him. Yes. Dogu, Dalot, Maguire, and of course Martinez. Mr. Count will be brisa. But let us stick to the midfield. 1. Semi PBB get to the best out of Manchester United attacking Namabobo, Cunha, Bruno, Ahmad, Shesko, Mbemwa. Maybe I'll be looking at an upgrade over Kobe Menu. Baby Kobe Menu bono. Baby Casemiro bono. Sa deeper base, Manchester base one. One me nya obia. Wadu no pompon so so mfane masese a certain VT bi me nya no mfane ba. But in England, targeting somebody like Baleba, na make a fast cut Mark Tominay na be kan no. It gives me another double pivot.
Because recently Tominay dey na san buy. So Baba man for crackers or so or no so still on Napoli but be at me see.
And now Mama Junior Sako no. United a big club. sebe me de Barca example. She Barca squad your parody. One first can commit mu bebresa. Madrid 8 million e kese your friend Mbappe, Momra Jude, Momra. Untia sika kesi bia.
Tono Rudiger nom.
Yaw kekebika ho. So Madrid chem say this is a strategic point for Manchester United. Say obey bibi pa. Casemiro kono mo mamu wa. Casemiro kono starting Baleba ni nkomo no. Baleba is a dynamic midfielder. Areas of his game as I say ogro no. What ne compare Kobe Menu or when you say Kobe Menu. A quiet fast so a protected ball no abedi hono. Baleba protected ball no more as a Kobe Menu. I want to ban for young progressive ball no 1, 2, 3 being kahon. Baleba Emma dose of shares and say Kobe Menu. This is not to say say Kobe Menu in the future of Manchester United. But I'm saying here Manchester United. Oko fast cut McTominay ba unfa formation into so 4-2-3-1 no. Oko fast cut but see ya. Who to partners court no. Madrid chame say it shouldn't be Kobe Menu. Kobe Menu should be starting from the bench. Say Baleba ba. So you have Baleba, you have Scott McTominay in a typical 4-2-3-1. Kunya Amad Diallo be bo our win so no nya Bruno our body agina in Bomochi. Ya bench way a ratio. Because bench way be wan Kobe Menu. Bench way say no. E besa so ma Matthias Zillet. Bench way no besa ma Shesko. So when you Baleba score I mean you have energy, you have goal scoring in Scott. Bruno Benya Kwan abo any level of creativity or person in between Kunya and Denamad. In Bomo between lead line. Above all, flexibility because in Bomo on stay boxing into Bruno to become boxing be. I'm married to me by Fahon and a Kunya to me Fahon. This is a bit flexible, but me switch for 4-3-3 Shadrach and Mwameka can share alternative to this.
Okay.
This is another alternative. But could 4-2-3-1. And away a 4-3-3 attack with a lone anchor of Carlos Baleba. And to any Bruno and a Scott McTominay, you know, a very dynamic midfielders right ahead of Carlos Baleba. We line up we say no. Manchester City have man for power.
Because Baleba de Mike Komoro Kubano no be dia dance say. The camera capture no the ketua bi ne nya hwe. But off the ball, the movement and in the positioning on one be there dance here ha. Oh, Morocco asem no. Omo call Morocco for Cameroon no America. Yeah. Oh, the man of the match. Yes, David Pagu, Cameroon coach no dem call no. No about free back of Nuhu Toko and a Junior Maloney. Me and Sano Boria no about in 5 because it was 3-5-2. And 5-5 no me anu our wins. In Gida and then Chamidu. Junior Chamidu. Omi and then bought wing backs no. Free na war in Fifi no. One after Avom, Danny Maso, and of course Umenya Carlos Baleba. And then Carlos Baleba was allowed to function as Inguiza ebeba adwuma ba be no. Ono orchestrating him ni na wo Fifi. Ata Avom jira ha. Otiase say Baleba is a 20-year-old midfielder, but energy yan drive ball nko. He has that ability. And of course, Danny Maso completed the 3-man method in a 3-5-2. So, you know, yeah, Cameroon now references to Mike Ekoshebino. Or come back to Brighton. It is same thing. Sometimes 4-2-3-1 on a Pascal Grosh. A total dobe so on a Jack Helshenwood or me in a body a general. So, Baleba, me, Bakako fast cut, Abekano, Nam de Bruno, Akano, Nam de Baleba Genechi, Kobe Manu bench. Then he can learn from these 3 guys. It is the Arsenal starters or more benches which me starting.
Sana your game it's you. Na impo ya can't so afibia ya can Arsenal squad no any def. I feel munya def no. Still share so my face issues. So yaw me Manchester team we ma omonya Kobe Menu enko feel say we undisputed. What was our sickness in her place ni bi no. He's a young chap. Miss that problem ni bi no kra na me pe bi okotoko ma Peter mi du akwa. Because at some point when I say Peter ni ho a na kotoko wu, I didn't want to feel like that. Me when I say Peter ba to a wing, a senior attacker bi na ko bofi chiba. So Kobe has to learn from certain not what compete. I think I would love to see that from Manchester United. Me who sad no yaw. Maybe Dogu hono. How many left backs in all marketing mu Omotise Dogu type no. Her Spurs they see Bray with Jet Spurs and Christian Dogu money a day. So Dogu there or ball our left for sure be ko onko when you said Dogu here juma. Dalot might not be up to standard but he's okay. Fresh central defenders, or the Lenny Euro become my 4. But midfield in a day. So United Park in D Manchester D. Our fat phone of hello when he Scott, when free Manchester United, and young Shenoa, Omunfomudino and Fred Scott. The guy will come back. Bruno needs a quality balance with Fifio. Bruno Anya Sadi and Royal. What Talbot saw one man, Madrid be at this cabbage now. I say, any year chrono. I feel Bruno yes, Robert United. I want to be and build a very solid team. It has always been about Bruno. But this time, more attackers we are quickly out. I think United should balance the midfield and get a very strong team. My point number 2 has got to do with Barcelona. Oh, yes, story. We said Julián Álvarez also extended contract with Atlético Madrid. Who has the Barca say
Atlético say 200 million euros. And the interagents will say Mokrana Moba club to club. And you almost know some of the fa and the beam. Atlético now as a team, almost replacement as we speak. Strasbourg are down. But asking price in the ASU.
Radio Julián Álvarez idea. Julián Álvarez do no ikasa hochre ya. E ma tumi kasa hochre ya. Álvarez do no. E toro bia be timi adidi mpoa na afa ho adi o pinti bia da me ye no adi dokoro ne makonu anu muso aguso na ate danche no ayise. O di mpoa o pinti bia na o kesu no ajojo ho so.
Digarito. Chape guso so we natural.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, Julián Álvarez doing it. Yeah, we can't crave actually. Third in the swing for Barcelona. Positions be on more and Crawford air pretending. But Barca fans in the budget also. Maybe can't be sure one money. Yes, but I'll say it as I know. There are certain positions be Barca team no and there are pretenders. But Barca fans are not say yeah, no they are working.
Maybe to say
Femi Lopez and Daniel Muhonomono
10.
Yes, it is still vacant. The number 10 role is still vacant. The vacancy ninti and Rafinha as a person baho as one kosoro because a so any established. Maybe I said the rush for the Kotutu, you know. Number 9 ho, it's a story is the ho. Number 9 ho no. Lewandowski ne Ferran. Barca fans in watch it too, yaw. And Alvarez will come with Yemba. Oh, now Alvarez a banner. Barca for fans and injury. Hey, Alvarez a ba. Alvarez banner formation, you know, are very flexible. Because attacking fluency, yeah, what's attacking fluency? I say fluency. How the attack flow, no, you can never predict it. One, my catcher said the modern day game, you know, it's revolved around an attacking quartet. What do you check on my bow so no? Omo bow so minimum a nipa 4. Opa check buying. Ken that top. Olise, Diaz, Nabri, or Musiala, or Carlinat. 4 the beba also.
Yes.
Liverpool and China top and behind the striker 4 the beba also. PSG 4 the beba also. So o check Barca 4 no. A lot of inconsistencies. Our Barca 4 but be a dominant position for all the attackers, you know. Baby Lamine Dano. Maybe not a Rafinha Aquacotosro, but Daniel has just gone through 1,200 minutes of game time divided by 90. La Liga 7 America. Your 90 minutes divided by 90. 1,200 divided by 90. Men for calculator, there are 13 games. This is not a typical Barca number 10. In the champion, and in terms of even goal production, 13 goals from America. I should 6 goals. And I will produce 6 assists. 12, averagely 13 games. So okay, consistent. Imagine this. But Danny isn't available every day. And that's not Barca number 10. Femi Lopez. No. It's say omu yebi. Oh. Ye be ako. And then Barca 10 always is here, you know. Seka Barca nya a natural winger bi. Aw hadwene power si ha. Come de la mi be kote no. Onom de Rafinha kotoa. But you be a better right here.
And then when I'm KBO, it's my food say all things being equal, says can no home quandia.
Yo,
one of the
what's that? Because subjected to Commono. O Commodore James 4-4.
Sankebia Barça or Esteval William Bia.
Calabi Becoten. Never Fina Kosra. A straight. So what check about the team now? There are a lot of people are celebrating the pretenders. Omo person mo buy hope say engine to Barca go Champions League no way. No. 225 minutes of game time from Dani Olmo in the Champions League. Average it and about 2.25 games. O convert here 3 games per 1 year for a classical Barca number 10. So there are a lot of sporadic performances from that area. And number 9, how do you believe in Lewandowski or who? Ferran Torres. So team ne dear yaw. Last year cracked near team ne jana so say fee. Barca for fans and sending bra. Must be Barca fans be. If I'm telling them this and omo Jimmy dia won sending bra. Last season, na Barca jana na so e say fee. Wow. Na say fee ko champion baby akoko nyine hu yemu. Olympiacos mo nyine yon beba Barca for fans ni twa to concede no mutwa biti aye. Even no mutwa say Barca to win but to concede no mutwa biti aye. Cuz mo say chiro hon mo ohunu dia na kwa akoye no. So me check here Rashford nkomo no. Rashford naturally isn't a number 9, but see nkomo ya AD. Barca for fans they choose ahead of Lewandowski, Ferran Torres. But naturally only number 9. So ya baby communicate kakono. Me te say Alvarez come bia na me yo makomo mi twa ontro.
Me hu so be message on Facebook or so won this car so kon do ade. Well, me that say new mamemra me za hwe na me za so fan de na ranti someone say enro mo sanje yen Facebook page back on it mo share no so new one no ana ya sama mo QR code e wo TV ne so I'm say TikTok Shadrack is stream your ho na for YouTube also no to me TV live also your ho me say abre
yes yes se krudo so entra fa akonya ni guase baby a new thing then in common and for Barcelona and Julián Álvarez no it's clearly directed towards one part say in football no we all ho chinchin say aha na begina aha na me pese me yesi na me pese me ya wani betimi aguase. It is moving away from strictly philosophical ways of operating structures of a football club on and off the pitch. If free pempen so bia teams are hold way on Madrid say na me ma de intimate na ho sa say bi me wukura na ho na metena enioma esisa. For example, Guardiola and the philosophy in Manchester City in enioma esisa. Barcelona themselves appointing Hansi Flick was the turning point. Now look at Bayern Munich under Vincent Kompany and the kind of things they are trying to do. What did they mention as a lot of things are changing around the dynamics of how football is played. Even when you go to the Italian Serie A, now a lot of things have also changed in terms of how aggressive and stuff and your City tier. Now I don't know what transfer once and so then there comes this conversation around Barcelona. Now what they are Pau Kubas in Komogodi. Paul Kubasi say on a Bastonia no her Bastonia top player, top centre back.
Barca Sunya Bastonia
Omunya Bastonia omope. Now, in the history of Barcelona, Obeka about Francesco Coco back in 2001, I on only free AC Milan ko join Barcelona on no a fullback. Ana Gianluca Zambrotta as free Juventus. Ekopie mo Barcelona no so a fullback, despite the fact say now to be using as a centre back. So to have Barcelona's line of say almost sign centre backs kra no aba ko be free till aba kra no e bi shedansi. Say Barcelona etiska due to who they are no mako Italy say we a centre back bra ne be si akamai e bi shedansi. Na mo Barcelona ko Italy akofo ma ba nyina e fullbacks are early in the 2000s, 2001, 2006, and Mokofa, Francesco Coco, and Gianluca Zambrotta, Edio Mobile. So for Barcelona to go into the market and feel that there be you have Bastoni, ne level, ne bono, befetia, meaning say Krodos went enough for Kunyan Guasie. Okotanas and Alcoyo, and I'm a pedet style of football centre backs. Nene Cranabusa, question say the Dutch national teams. And the Dutch clubs, are they provided top quality centre backs like first Nana, Ronald Koeman, Odi ono ne to nchen a obetimi ahwe jam stamp ya what dem mention no omanya top quality center backs omaba twam but the name ni wudi nkomo yi o head Dutch league ni na head Dutch national team ni pa betimi do say so bo say center back we pa de obura dwene ntiase so ye exceptional Barcelona betis ka be fa no
man Van de Ven mo
Van de Ven born na oboni e good but o he ne Barcelona standard na e pe the responsibility shedina mabuboni nyina de ba no na their level, their quality and their ability to handle responsibilities playing for top clubs. Then no go Spain na nkasa no ene ele nomad meboa Kubasi team break it through the Spanish national team in terms of centre backs. One na to so biem Dean Heisen na meboa and Dean Heisen no Real Madrid for no supporters ni bi bo afu ni so pe bim do to de bia onya abotre na pressure ban so onya abotre no bo ni bi. So in terms of the quality and standards yawo in Europe CC ameni wudi nkomo I don't think any centre back under 23 can be able to chat with Bastoni per level ni baby Bastoni e free aba any baby ogina CC yawo it makes it difficult. So betimi overlooking no when you go into the market and you are saying I'm looking for a young centre back, one only what it comes to when it comes to the passing range, number 2 tackling, number 3 being a leader. Yeah, he's already matured and experienced. It's Barcelona who's a way age one afa. 2 you can say for born into for mobile betimi abobi. 3 or the experience despite the age. But I say Inter so beton another topic. But I think say Akodana Nkasani Philly say he needs to explore. Bastoni na who say he needs to explore. Then it comes into the discussion say an Italian centre back power national team who took one because in recent years you have Bonucci, Bazzagli, Chiellini, young Quattro Bebre, young Paolo Maldini mo time and Franco Baresi mo time, and Fabio Cannavaro, and Marco Materazzi mo time. Name and name Rema Yedin Kumuya Ankasano. Italy for so very risky.
Not to me.
So one of their best centre backs or more hopes want to say so and national team no trainer on the Virgin Children won't be Jana Manako as a full Froswana. Yow Captain Samban is our born in Salmon. Height in the ho. Bastoni is your perfect centre back. And I think there are a lot of things Barcelona will need to do to convince this boy to come and play for them. But for the club, FC Barcelona, Nanka said, you know, as a whole, it's an institution and can be power. And you can't so mobre. Name big challenge in the power say, who to free Italy, Cromono. So, my son, Samuel 2, Edwaba, Sebesia can from Hameno, and one year Semno. Because on this Carvini, Moses, I say,
Anna Mikati Mubarak on YouTube, I say, our problem right now is the hand line, not a centre back. I pray Hansi Flick will do something about it. Now, Flick, the on Robert that's a problem when you centre back.
Yeah, they have centre back problems. They have
centre back.
Centre back say who wait me do compete for 3 competitions.
And Champions League.
Now Barca centre back so wait me do compete for Champions League akwaji asaje. Gas Martin Kubasi partnership bay. Now who Martin? Oh Eric Garcia na Kubasi. Wa Bastoni. Wa what the for we now never Bastoni. O say enye defense na eden. Na Bastoni ya available a umpe. Hwe. Ya na we team Bastoni ya available. Say Bastoni decide say I'll play for Barcelona. O say the problem you need the defenders we play.
You're right in the sense that they are all canon. Guy no what he's saying.
Of you say or more problems is the high line but not
so he's right.
Centre back.
Akomiaso you're right. Issues are Barca and an issue of personnel and then almost system. You can use the personnel to address the system, but there are deep-rooted issues with system now. You have personnel and solve it, especially when you meet quality opponents. So the guy is right. Akomia is also right.
Now, I think so. When these things come into discussion, I believe it's personnel is very important.
Okay.
In terms of team structure, teams everything, because okoye aduane na nkwan ne be da nam a de begum ene nyoma de begum de be ma nkwan na ya akono eti players ya on beba aba begina aboa because after Inigo Martinez Barcelona signing center back papa baby Barcelona passer. Do you remember the last time Barcelona went into the market to buy a proper center back?
Barca, no.
After Gerard Piqué, Carlos Puyol ko ene Gerard Piqué ne Mascherano. After money Mascherano, na ba begina Ronaldo Araujo. Ene Lenglet. After Lenglet and Ronaldo Araujo, he say Pau Kubasi and Gerard Martin. Yow, so new camp ne there. A woman so was almost an attacker, but I think Barcelona needs a proper centre back.